Okay. As we continue with our driver press conferences, we're pleased to be joined in here by two-time NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion, Tony Stewart. He drives the number 14 Office Depot Chevrolet for Stewart-Haas Racing. Ninth in points. He's won here before at Chicagoland. Tony, talk about being at a racetrack that you have had success, and I'm sure you'd like to tack on another win here tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely. It's always nice to go to places that you've won at before, and this is a track that's close to home, so a lot of our friends and we got a lot of family from northern Indiana that get to come over for this race, so it's a big weekend for us.
Questions for Tony, if you have one, raise your hand. Let's start, Jackie, way over there, Reagan Swan from Kokomo. Way over there. Go ahead. No, you passed her. Right there. There you go.
K-Town. Okay. Tony, with races like Chicago and Indy on the schedule now, do you think it's helping the Midwest presence and popularity in this area, even though maybe 10 years ago the presence was pretty limited?
I don't know. I think our sport's grown nationwide to where it's not just what it does for the Midwest. I mean, it's across the country what the sport's been able to bring. But, I think we're long way beyond the fact of this is not a Southern sport anymore. So, it's not like we've been coming here for just 2 or 3 years. I mean, we've been coming up this way for a long time now, and it's just another part of the schedule that we enjoy. I really don't think of it from that standpoint as far as, anything any different than what we've been doing.
Do you think we'll see more Cup races in the Midwest at the other tracks?
I have no idea. Unless, I know this will be a shock to you, but I don't actually set the schedule, so.
Okay, Mike, you have a question right here? Off to your left here, Tony.
Mike Muller, MikeMuller.net. When we were at Pocono, hey, stop that. When we were at Pocono a couple weeks ago, you were like really angry at the driving, and I don't think, from what I can tell, the last couple of weeks it hadn't gotten any better out there. I saw the big crash at Daytona. I saw the stuff out at Sonoma and all that sort of stuff. Do you guys have to carry baseball bats around now? I mean, are there any friends in the garage area? What's going on with you guys?
I don't need a ball bat. I carry everything I need with me all the time, so I carry all I need. Some of them should probably, though, because they'll need it to equalize it, but it's getting wild out there.
Kenny Bruce, question right here, Jackie.
Daily.com. Tony, you had a stretch where you guys were kind of struggling to finish inside the top 20 earlier this year. Now you seem to have gotten over that. Was there anything in particular that you guys were fighting, or was it just circumstances?
Well, I mean, we were definitely fighting handling for sure. I mean, that was the one variable that we were struggling with there, but they've been working through it at the shop, and, we're finding some things that are giving us a direction that seems to be a positive direction for us, and we've been just kind of continuing down that path. So it doesn't mean it's going to fix it, but at least it's a path right now that's getting us going, better in the standings and getting my cars to handle a little better, and it's a lot less frustrating driving them on Sunday when they handle good.
Question right over here with Claire. Raise your hand high, Claire, so Jackie can see you.
Because she won't know where she's from.
Yeah. Claire B. Lang, Sirius NASCAR Radio. Can you talk about what it was like to give the backpacks to the kids yesterday, and about your paint scheme on your car today?
Yeah, we got a pretty cool scheme on the car again. It's the Back to School program, the National Backpack Program that Office Depot Foundation does, and we were in Chicago yesterday and got to donate some backpacks. It's neat to see the smile on those kids' faces. It's a program that by the end of the back to school season, they'll have donated 2.3 million backpacks to kids over the last 10 years that this program's been going on. So it's another example that we're all busy doing what we do in racing, but it reminds us that there's a lot bigger things outside of what we do here in the entertainment industry on the weekends that make a bigger difference. And seeing these kids that are underprivileged and don't have the resources to have nice things, and going back to school to see them have the tools they need to go back to school and have the confidence that they're just like any of the other kids. That's something that is a pretty neat feeling to do. So it's a pretty big honor to be a part of that program with Office Depot.
Other questions for Tony? We've got one right here. Gentleman right here, raise your hand.
Tony, Jeffrey Miller, fanhouse.com. I just had a question about, attendance has been down a little bit for NASCAR for a couple seasons. What is life like over at Eldora for you? And can you talk a little about you, Kane, and Blaney, I think, just entered the Kings Royal. What's up with you guys next weekend?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We didn't really see 2 years ago. We didn't see a big drop off, but this year we've seen a little bit of the effects of it. Some of the bigger races, we've lost some cars in the car count, but not as drastic as I thought it was going to be. So, been pleasantly surprised from that aspect of it. But it's, you sit there and you drive through the campgrounds and you talk to the fans and you realize that they're having to cut corners, and it's affecting the Saturday night people just as much as it is the NASCAR crowd. But hopefully we're getting on the back side of it and getting through it. But I know we went to Sharon Wednesday and ran at Dave Blaney's race there, and Casey and I ran. We're going to run 360 cars at Eldora next weekend, and Dave's actually going to run the Kings Royal, so that's pretty cool that he's back in a 410, and that's where he made his name. So it's going to be cool to see him get back in one and run at Eldora again.